Hi and welcome to the Jackson County Extension Office. My name is Katie Bell. Today we are going to be changing the end walls out on the high tunnel. And whenever I refer to the end walls, I'm talking about what you would probably consider the front and the back walls. So this would be our front end wall, and the opposite one on the other end would be our back end wall. Depending on the construction of your high tunnel, you will have to replace the plastic on the front and back of your high tunnel end walls. I think this one has been up for about 6 years, and so it kind of just depends on the wear and tear that it's been going through. And like this one here, you can see it's starting to get a little rough. Right now it's got a lot of condensation on it, but that's not really what we're looking at. But our staple stripping's starting to come loose and it's just getting a little ragged, so it needs to be changed out. Another thing to keep in mind with high tunnel maintenance is every 4 to 5 years, and then barring any significant weather events, you will also have to change the cover, which would be the top skin or the roof of your high tunnel out, because it's also made of the same, in this case for this high tunnel, it's made of the same plastic that's on the end walls. And you do that for a couple of reasons. One is that it tends to stretch and break down in the heat, and then also the UV breakdown on the cover, so it makes it so that light doesn't filter through it as well as it did whenever you first put it on. So you want to change those out every 4 to 5 years. And then if you get any significant tears or damage that you cannot patch, it's also time to go ahead and repair your cover on the top of your tunnel. But today we're just working on the end walls. So we're back here and we have our plastic completely taken off the front, and we are gonna start taking the channel off of here to unlock everything, so that way we can go ahead and start putting plastic back up. So this wiggle wire will fit into a metal track or channel that will hold the plastic on, and this is going to be a little more durable than the staple strips that we had, and it'll also be easier next time we need to change things out. We'll have less time and tear down. We can just pull the wire out and then put new plastic back up and then put the wire back in. So once we get everything completely cleaned up, we'll be ready to start putting channel in, and we'll put our channel in all of our main support areas. So some of the main places that we'll be putting the channel down are the bottoms and then along the sides, and then anywhere that the wood frame will make contact with the plastic, we'll want to secure it so that it's not flopping all over the place whenever the wind is blowing. And that can reduce wear and tear on our plastic, as well as it's a little easier on the structure of the high tunnel. So we just took the shade cloth off of the high tunnel here. And we use shade cloths in the summer, right during the summer heat. In Southern Illinois, they usually go on around Memorial Day or right around June 1st. This shade cloth is about a 50% light blocking, which means that it blocks about 50% of the sunlight that comes through. And in the summertime, in the height of summer, it's important to have that on there because it helps cool the tunnel. It can drop it up to 10 degrees. And then it also blocks some of the light, because some of the plants, especially tomatoes and peppers, can get sunburned and sun scald, and that damages the fruit, and we don't want that. So that helps control some of the light intensity and the temperature in the tunnel. And then this time of year, shortly after Labor Day, we take the shade cloth off because our days are starting to get shorter and our light is starting to get a little less intense right now, and then as our temperatures are also starting to drop, so we don't need the cooling that the shade cloth gives us. So this is the time to take it off. And it's important when you're taking these shade cloths off that you want to have a nice, dry, fairly clean area to take them off so that you can store them and they don't get moldy, because you can reuse that year after year.